from the bank. Usually it's every month. You can request it for more often or less often. My particular one, I get it once every 3 months. So this is the name and address of your bank. You'll have an account number. Now usually in Ireland the account numbers are 8 digits long. A sort code would be a 6-digit code. Now the 6-digit code in Ireland always start with the number 9. So all of our banks, so the first 2 digits is the code of your bank. So 97 might be, for example, Bank of Ireland, and then the 010 is the number of the particular branch of Bank of Ireland where I have my account. Now your IBAN is the International Bank Identifier Number. Just take that down, please, underneath your list you have so far. So IBAN, International Bank Identifier Number. International Bank Identifier Number. So the IBAN, if I wanted to send money to somebody else's bank account anywhere in the world, I'd need their IBAN to be able to send them the money. So if Brandon gives me his IBAN, whether Brandon is in Ireland or in China, if he gives me his IBAN, I can send that money straight to him. So I can set him up as a recipient, what they call a payee, so I can send the money wherever he's based. So the IBAN is the international number. And the IBAN starts with an international code. So IE says that the bank is from Ireland. Then you have a particular code for Bank of Ireland, and then you'd usually have the sort code and followed immediately by the bank account number. So those are always listed, and then you'd have the name and address of the customer. Now, this is where we have to deal with the money coming in, money going out. So if I said, for example, 1st of January, my opening balance, this is the money I have at the beginning. So let's just say I had €120 at the beginning of the month, and money was paid to me as something else actually we can add to our list, where your boss pays your wages directly into your bank account. You remember this from last year? PayPath. Take this down, please. Where your employer pays your wages direct into your bank account. Again, take it down. The employer pays your wages direct into your bank account. Now, the layout of this document in terms of the numbers is still operating on debit and credit the same way as we had for cash accounts that we had before. Now, from the bank's point of view, this document is made by the bank, it's not made by me. They view my money the opposite from what I view it. So if I put money in, I think it's a plus. So when I did a cash account before, I would have put money going in on the debit side. That means I have more money. But if I put money into the bank, it means from the bank's point of view, it's actually a minus because the bank owes me more money back. So when we're doing this, the plus and minus, you'll notice I have a symbol there beside it. The plus and minus is the opposite from the way I would normally record it if I was recording it in my own cash or bank account. So PayPath, let's say €1,200. So that €1,200 is going to be added to my balance. So I'll have the balance I had at the beginning plus €1,200, so $1,320. That's the amount of money I have now. So the 5th, for example, I decide to pay my, let's say, my ESB. How would you normally pay your ESB bill? Yeah, it's on the list that we have there. So they just put DD for direct debit. And let's say the amount of the electricity bill is, for example, €160. So that's in the minus column. So that means I'll start off my balance now. I have 1,320 minus the 160. So now I have my real balance. So every time a transaction takes place, I'll have a debit or a credit if money is either added or taken away from what I have in my bank. And I'll rebalance it every time. And if no other transactions happen, for example, in this particular month, then the figure I have, the last balance figure, will be the closing balance. So my closing balance then would be 1160 in this case, and I would date that at the end of the month. So that's the basics of how you do a bank statement. So the work for this week is to do a bank statement. So I've given you some information. When it comes to putting in the details, I'd expect you to use words like direct debit or standing order. Okay, so you need to read the question. So okay with that? Let's go to OneNote, please. You'll find that the work is sitting there waiting for you.